Hey y'all, welcome to our Georgia Suburban Homestead. I'm doing a separate video just on how to bundle and dry your spearmint. Yeah, some of this footage will be in a longer video on what we did today on the homestead. But I've got everything here that I need, including my cold beverage. Nippers if I get to nip. Posts or dowels to hang the mint on. And this humongous box of newly nipped spearmint. So while I work, I'll talk to you a little bit about the benefits of spearmint, what it does for our bodies, and I wish we had scratch and sniff computers because you should smell this. Oh, it's amazing. So hang with me while we discuss spearmint and its benefits and how to dry it. I've got to show you the rubber band. Got some notes here because I'm too senile to remember what I wanted to say. So bear with me. Why spearmint other than it adds a bright flavor to what you're cooking? Use it raw in salads and stir fries and you'll be amazed. Chop it over eggs. A lot of people will make spearmint tea. A lot of people in Asia and the Middle East use dried mint in their recipes. And especially tabbouleh, if you know tabbouleh, the Palestinian / Lebanese parsley salad. It's a little bit of spearmint in it works wonders. If you don't have mint, it's just not the same. But anyway, just a disclaimer, and I'm going to read the disclaimer to you, as I do with any mints that you may be taking for medical reason, or any herbs that I may talk about that you take for medical reasons. I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be. I don't give medical advice. But I can tell you what I use it for myself and what my friends have used it for. And but there are some side effects to spearmint tea. Spearmint tea benefits are generally considered safe for most people. However, spearmint can interact with certain medications, so you need to Google the word counterindication, COUNTERINDICATIONS, with the word spearmint. So you need to talk to your doctor if you have any concerns or if you're on a lot of medication, and see if it'll interact with your medications in a negative way. In large doses, spearmint can give you hives or a rash, and if that happens, stop eating it immediately. And contact your healthcare provider. That all should go with common sense, but I need to state it just for CYA, right? So, what does spearmint do for us? Spearmint is a powerhouse of nutrients. It really is. It has an impressive range of antioxidant compounds, which become more and more important as you age. It has rosmarinic acid, I have trouble with technical terms, and limonene and menthol. We know about the menthol, right? It's full of beneficial vitamins and minerals. Very good source of vitamin A, which helps you to maintain healthy skin and hair. And that most women will tell you those things are important. It contains B vitamins as well as iron and magnesium. And its generous antioxidant content can help fight diseases and help you with healthy aging. The antioxidant properties have been associated with reducing the risk of heart disease. And here comes our friend to do his afternoon prayer.
Yeah.
Charlie, you gonna pray with him, babe? Anyway, so it's been associated with reducing the risk of heart disease, cancer, and other illnesses. So, did you know that it did all that for you? Helps protect against heart disease, cancer, and other illnesses. It basically reduces inflammation, and you know, most of our diseases are inflammation-based. So if you can keep your inflammation in your body to a minimum through use of natural herbs and anti-inflammatory foods, it's the whole food is medicine movement. It really will help you feel better. It's worked wonders for me. Some people have used spearmint to help them fight nausea, like if you're pregnant and you have morning sickness, it can help calm your stomach. When you put it in a salve and put it on your skin, it reduces pain and swelling, and can also help with muscle pain. And that's why in my latest attempt at making a cream for your skin, I use comfrey, which is the deep healing and pain relieving, and I put peppermint and calendula into it for all those reasons. And it turned out very luxurious. If you drink spearmint as a tea, it helps reduce your nausea, helps reduce bloating, and stimulates your digestion. Okay, so before we talk about other things that I have listed here, what are we doing? How are we drying our spearmint? Well, I'm going to hang some, and I'm going to put some in drying baskets. This is a handmade grass basket from Senegal in Africa. The African festival that we participated in last weekend, there was a gentleman there from Senegal with all sorts of really, really wonderful handmade baskets. Most I couldn't afford because they were over $100. But I bought 3 of the smaller baskets because I do a lot of herb drying. And if you do this, like I do this on my dining room table, and you go once a day and you toss it to keep the airflow going, it's really wonderful material because it's made of grass and it's got air circulation. And if you're going to do it in a basket, you're going to take your spearmint leaves and you just simply pluck them from the stem and put them in your basket. And I would fill the basket about halfway full with leaves so you have fluffing room. And put them where your cat's not going to lay in it, because the cat will find this and try to lay in it. You can actually take that stem and bury it, so it's got a node here and a node here and a node here. I would bury it sideways like this, and it'll put out roots and you'll have more spearmint. It works. So as you see, you can do this quite quickly. And I've got to be quick at it because I've got at least this much more spearmint to harvest and probably a full box full of peppermint to do as well. So I'm not going to play with it. I'm just going to strip it into the basket. Look, that's a nice one. You'll be amazed at how small this gets once it's dried. So I'll go back to that in a few minutes. So, one of the things spearmint can help you with if you make tea with it is to help those of us who suffer, and I did when I was younger, from polycystic ovarian syndrome, which comes with it all sorts of very uncomfortable symptoms: pain, bloating, swelling, huge mood swings, diabetes. You get a lump where your neck connects to your body. It's kind of a hump that's indicative of PSOX, we call it. And so spearmint tea can help you fight with that. And you drink 2 cups a day. How do you make a cup? You take about 8 leaves, put them in a teacup, pour boiling water over it, let it steep 5 minutes, add a little bit of honey, a lemon wedge if you're into lemon, and sip it slowly and enjoy it. Maybe for breakfast and maybe before bed. What else is spearmint tea good for, other than brightening your mood? It can be used to help you fight acne. Yes, acne. Acne is caused in women by male hormones. Did you know that? But it helps tame those male hormones and to alleviate acne. Another condition caused by too many male hormones in women is the problem of growing hair in places it shouldn't be for women. Face, chest, lower abdomen. Spearmint tea also will help you fight that. Okay? I've already talked about nausea, and another factoid is spearmint tea can help fight bacterial infections. So a lot of our herbs help us fight bacteria and fungi and viruses. Herbs are amazing. So if you're worried about bacterial infections, make some spearmint tea. When you incorporate any of the mints into your body lotions or salves, they stimulate circulation to a certain extent, but they also reduce inflammation. And here we are back to talking about inflammation being the root of most of our diseases. If you make a salve from the spearmint leaves, you can rub it on sore joints and muscles, and it should help fight your pain and your inflammation as well. So how's that for a yummy herb? So now I've shown you the plucking method, and when I tie my my herb bundles up, I usually will take, if it's a long one, I take like 5. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. We don't need the chickweed. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about a bundle of 7. Take a rubber band, go about 2 inches down on the stem, and you want to wrap it tight, because as these stems dry, they will shrink up, and that's one reason I use rubber bands, is they'll continue to contract, so you don't have mint falling out. And then I have a dowel. Split the bundle, put it over the dowel, and there it will hang from the rafters of my my deck here. And I'll run out of room out here probably and have a certain number of plants hanging in my kitchen and all over the house. You just want to keep the humidity down. Because they need airflow to dry. Look at that, that's really nice. As I said, if it's a nice big bundle, only 5 stems per bundle. 2 or 3 inches down. the bundle. Put it on your dowel. This one may have to go in the house because it's teeny tiny. It'll probably go in the house. So Charlie didn't like my method of hanging these from the dowel, mostly because of the high wind we were having. So he came in and tied string around each bundle and hung it that way from the rafters. You'll see that at the end of the video. I did 8 in that one. So basically, that's it. And I'll check it back in a couple of days, and then if it's dry enough to bring down, I'll bring down. You're looking for the leaves to be crispy. And it's supposed to be in the 80s the next few days, so it should be warm enough to dry. So after an afternoon of harvesting mint and rose petals, we have peppermint that will dry in this large basket, and roses that'll dry in this smaller basket. And you can mix rose petals with peppermint for a refreshing tea. It's really quite nice. Then we've got 2 varieties of spearmint in baskets. Charlie's pooped. But here we go up in the rafters here. As you see, all this spearmint and peppermint hanging in the high wind that we have today. And we'll check this back in a couple of days, and it should be dry and ready to take down and crumble. So if you like what you're seeing, if you like what you're learning, why don't you subscribe? Join us, join the family. Give me a thumbs up, give me a comment or two, but make sure you ring that black bell. Turn that bell black so you get all your notifications. You don't want to miss any of this good stuff, right? So until next time, see ya.